You know, Eric, as a married guy, one of the things I learned is that you see, when you stay with someone for long, you're going to kosana. You might get into an argument. You will actually get into an argument. Yes. So one of the things I realized is we are not trained as we are growing up on how to argue effectively with your partner, your spouse, with your friends. Because you find yourself taking the argument too far just because you don't know how to go about the argument.
You're right. My last relationship, the biggest problem I had with my partner then is that she would argue for purposes of provoking. Many a time she would attack my person instead of the problem. Say, for instance, we were arguing about the glass not being upside down. I'm just hypothetically. And then somehow she'd reach to either a physical feature or something about me.
So it moves from the glass to...
So it moves from the purpose of argument to my person. And a lot of couples do that in relationships. So you start talking about, no wonder you're short. Who is as black as you? Hey, when he moves, T. Okay, but we are talking about not locking the gate.
Or coming on late.
Yes.
So what's the relation between the two? I think one of the things that happened with me when I was arguing, in fact, I think it still happens. We're still working on it. Is when you're arguing, say, with my wife, you'd find her not listening to my point of view, but waiting. You can even see it in her eye. She's like this. She's waiting for you to finish your point, then she'll jab you with her own answer. No, what I'm saying is, so it makes the argument more like you're not listening.
I think as I've grown older and more mature, I know that argument, even amongst us, like we argue with you a lot about different things, but it's not from a destructive, bashing point of view. Like never have I ever argued with you and thought about your knee, so that I tukana yonicheki. Magoti yako ni kama, it's strange. So I think the purposes of argument, when we are to start from there, is for, ideally after an argument you should be better and more connected. The relationship should be deeper. And not so that you abuse my person or you make me feel bad. It's just a different of opinion, a divergent views.
Misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding.
And that means it's just 3 letters.
Understanding is many letters. So the idea to now coming off of an argument feeling bad or feeling dejected is terrible. So like, I agree with you.
In my opinion, there's something you're mentioning about stonewalling. Like refusing to as in trying to refuse to forgive. Maybe me, I'm reaching out to you. I'm like, hey, but I said sorry. Then like, no, me, I'm not into it.
In my and I learned a great incredible deal in that relationship I was in. This particular woman was fascinated about furring. Furring is kufu. What is furring in English? Swelling, literally swelling. She used to love furring you guys. And I think I'd even call you and confide. She used to love.
It was like part of her thing.
So and then one time she'd say, no, but I need 4 or 5 days. So ideally, instead of stonewalling, say we've argued, and yes, maybe I've said something in the heat of the moment that has angered you. Maybe nothing intrusive or abusive, but I've said something that you're not quite in agreement with. While we've settled the argument, and I'm trying to get back, stop stonewalling. You know, like just open a window so that we can sort it out.
As in, you should consciously have a window somewhere. But you see, now that's pride. Because you're too proud to leave that window.
Now you have to say sorry first. Check if imagine utasema pole. I think it's weird. And I think as somebody like myself who espouses Christian faith, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, don't let the sun go down while you're angry. So I try, much as I'd say something or you'd say something back to me that would infuriate me, I try in at least a day that I reach out and say, you know what, I didn't present myself in my best form and I'm sorry. But when people also apologize, apology is another thing about arguing effectively, that some people apologize very ineffectively. Check your apology, boss. That's not an apology. That's not an apology. I think a proper,
it's even more annoying.
Yes, a proper, heartfelt, look, I agree that what I said was injuring your person, and I shouldn't have said that. I regret those words, and please find it in your heart to forgive me. That's an apology. That's better than sorry. Then sorry, sorry. I've cooked your favorite meal. cooking my favorite meal is not saying sorry. Because now we're going to go into a roundabout and you're going to say the exact same thing.
Like there are these ladies, I don't know, but I've met such ladies who maybe you had a heated argument, maybe you came late for a date.
Yeah.
Huh? So you have a heated argument, you do those things, you tukanana, and then now you say sorry, as the guy tell you sorry, and then now when the lady then says sorry, but when you meet, she just wants to continue with the conversation.
Absolutely.
Like nothing happened. Aren't you supposed to first deal with this issue and say, hey, yeah, in that regard,
you have to acknowledge.
Yes.
I think part of
you can't just go on. It leaves a wound.
Christians use a fantastic word, repenting, being repentant. Repentant is changing, or repenting is changing. They say best apology is change behavior. So when you acknowledge and say, nilikosa, you don't stop at that. So what you do is, if say I am complaining about, say for instance, one of my biggest fights again in my past relationship was like, I feel really disrespected. Don't talk to me like that. Don't send me bold messages. Every time we argue and you keep sending bold messages, you're actually just telling me to my face, you know what, I don't give two whatevers about what you care. You go away. So after I say that for a whole year, like please, for crying out loud, I don't have an eye problem. I don't put on glasses. Stop texting me in caps. Yeah. It infuriates me. So it's upon you. The onus is on you to say, and yeah, I recognize my partner is upset by these acts, so I am not going to do it. But you consistently, 4 months in, using it. Check, I was angry. What did you expect me to do?
Yeah. You refuse to change.
You refuse to change. So best apology is change behavior. So first of all, the guy has said, don't talk back to me like that. Or the chick has said, I feel disrespected when you come late after I've told you that I prefer that you come home early. Or if you're coming late, you tell me, you know what, I'm running late. Because, we are in this together. So if you consistently, as a guy, keep coming late, you're just telling her, you know what, shauri yako. I don't care what you think. So that brings contention, and then the relationship can break.
But one of my observations, I don't know if it's a generational thing, but nowadays there's this arguing on SMS, which to me I find a bit.
I prefer face to face.
Yeah. Why can't we talk? Because now when we meet, you're quiet.
It's like
you're not expressing yourself when we meet.
Yeah.
And then when I go, you start
insulting me. And you see SMSs, like one of the most intrusive things about social media also is how a text gets to you in a blanket at 2 a.m.
Yes.
Somebody can say the most hurtful thing. Checky, you are such a midget and I'm never satisfied with you. I lie every time I do. Ha, ha, ha. It's never genuine and I think of Thomas. Good night and die. Check you. Yeah. So now you see
it reaches you.
It reaches you. Check you. Then you start driving at night, going to try to sort it out. And then women are really good at that. They can use. But the other thing about
they should control that thing they have
of dunga and use maneno.
They just
they poke you. Yeah. The other thing a lot of chicks do is bringing old arguments about a different fresh thing that has come.
Something you did in 1982.
Say for instance, I've come late. Hypothetically, I come late from a meeting and you're waiting for me to arrive earlier. So when you bring a story about how, say, the guy cheated, check it, and nilijua ukianza kunikasirisha hivi hata ukanikumbusha siku ile venye ulicheat. I mean, what does coming late with that thing we sorted 4 months ago got to do? So you're just opening new wounds. So I think address the matter. I don't know why it's hard for chicks, because men don't seem to have this problem.
But men, you've just mentioned men. Men also have this African. I don't know if it happens in other places or where you can't tell me anything. Shut up.
Yeah, that's
you know that thing.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. Yeah, and so when they do that is when they've done something so heinous. Yeah, that's
so they don't want to argue.
That's very, especially the
African man. They don't want to discuss the problem. They want to use that.
Their masculinity.
Cheki, unajua mimi ndio mwanaume hapa.
Cheki, flexing his muscle. Cheki, unajua kuna mtu huko aliongelesha bibi yake vibaya. Unajua alipatikana Mzee alimkatakata na uwezi mlaumu. Juu unajua alimtia hasira, ndio hii kuongelesha wanaume kwa macho hivi inaletaga hasira. I think that's also good.
I think men should they should be humble.
But also in an argument you need to know your place, and you also can't be the guy going down all the time. As we're just saying, if you are arguing, somebody has to come down.
But what if the other one is a hothead permanently? What do you do?
You leave that relationship, you guys. You leave it. I think it serves
you guys. You can't just be.
I'll tell you what. You see, for me, and we discussed this in a previous episode about breaking up effectively. But for me, I don't know how it's easy for you to end a relationship. But me, I exit and then I'm just there physically. I'm working on it. Now I'm better. I can say, you know what, I feel this is not going anywhere. But like relationship in the past, because you've been so rude and you're temperamental and you are angry and you're shaking and you're refusing and you're stonewalling, so I exit. Like I think my previous relationship, I exit a year earlier. In fact, this chick came around saying, it's ending. And I was like, oh, thank God.
Oh,
but I
exited mentally.
Nilitoka kitambo, check me. Oh, it's ending. Hey, that is sad. Why is it ending? You know. So because of these things, because you're refusing to grow and adjust. If you're trying to build something with me and I say, Mimi enyewe, in terms of how we talk to each other, I don't feel respected when you use words like you dog, you nigger, or smack your face. Because you're angry. Check your mark your face, you nigger. Check it. Me nigger, you smack my face. You see, that's...
And ladies should just be very careful the words. Not both men and women, the words they use.
Yeah.
Malala upone. You know, it's like, hey, you know when you can't argue effectively, you'll end up fighting.
Yeah, if it's fighting each other.
Check it, nilale nipone. Then you start slapping one another.
Yeah, I think it's... I think the idea is just... And I used to say this some time back. If some people talk to each other so badly, they would not even address their friend, let alone a partner in relationship. Their own friend, they can't address their friend like that. But in their relationship, they talk to each other so badly. I don't know what it is about a relationship that makes somebody...
Maybe it's living together in the house.
It's living
every
together.
day.
Intimacy. Intimacy makes you open up to say... Like, chicks can tell you the most hurtful...
You see, you're vulnerable to the closest person to you. Because they know your deep secret, they know how you snore, what time you snore. You know, that blinking starts becoming irritating. Check, how do you blink? You know, it's so that vulnerability is what hurts you when you're in an argument, because they bring it up.
But I think the bottom line is upon arguing, you should understand that it helps you sharpen up, because you come from different cultures and different belief systems and even different faiths, if you're Muslim and a Christian and whatnot. So arguing is just sort of smoothening the rough edges and not necessarily an opportunity to express how you feel about my kitovu or maybe my walking style, you know, because some of those things you can't change. If you talk about my skin tone and the way I have a weird accent, you cannot change those things. So just effective arguing to build and not to bash.